And Captain Master, guys, we are finally back again for the second reaction video of this Mystelics reaction, guys. The very first one, or the previous one I did today, guys, will be in the first comment in the comment box below, guys. You can definitely check that out right there. And then, now, guys, with that said, big up the Mystelics YouTube family for dropping by and saying, Mystelics, we are in the building, as well as the people's peeping in. Come on, sit down. Sit down yourself on the seat, man. Have a sat. And let's go through this reaction right there. And then, guys, if you've not so, definitely subscribe and turn on that post notification so you can get all the videos as they tend to come from. Give this video a thumbs up. Click the thumbs up button somewhere down there, either there or over there, whichever it is, brothers and sisters. Click the thumbs up button. I would appreciate that helping the algorithm to push your videos further and further right there. Now, guys, this is actually the press conference by Prime Minister today. I was actually well, let me break it down for you guys. I actually went to the press conference and I was not allowed to enter as a result of them saying that my media company was not on the list. However, when I arrived there, the individual who went through the list and everything, he was like, your media is not on the list and whatnot. But I told him my media, and he put it in because I told him I emailed a particular individual involved in that process, and the person told me, okay, send my name and everything like that. So they didn't indicate anything about, you know, going online or nothing like that. They told me send my name, so I sent my name and everything like that. And as a result of that, I prepared, and then I went to Roseau for me to ask questions, because I know there's certain questions, especially for the Prime Minister went to. I had a number of questions to ask in that regard in terms of Dominica's involvement in this. But when I arrived there, went through, signed name, went upstairs, 5th floor, and blah blah blah. And the individual, he actually wrote my media thing on the paper, and then my name at the bottom of it. But then when they went to check inside again, I was told that I should check it online. And I'm like, why should I check it online? I'm there. And one thing I was noticing, I was checking to see the seats and stuff. There were a number of seats that were available. So you could say, okay, let him come in. Come in. Thousands of people tend to watch my videos right there. And then, guys, all across the world, from China to Singapore to Japan to Africa to Canada to North America, Europe, Australia, brothers and sisters, every single continent. The only place I don't know about is Antarctica. I know it have people in Alaska watch my videos. But Antarctica and the Arctic region, I haven't heard anybody there thus far. So probably this continents alone, people are not watching. But people are definitely watching, even to the point where some individuals actually came down to Dominica, and of course was because of my videos. There was even another one who stated to me in February there was a landslide in the Point Michel area, and one of the things I always advocate, I'm saying to you guys, I'm saying the government needs to fix or to clear the cliff areas where these things can be dangerous. And they came into Dominica, and lo and behold, they are sending me videos on my email saying, hey, this is what is taking place during that time. They came for the carnival celebration. There's a number of folks who actually came as well for the carnival celebration as a result of my videos that they've seen. I've met a number of these folks here in Dominica, guys, who stated that they've seen my videos, and as a result they wanted to experience the different activities and stuff that they've seen on my videos. Some of the individuals in the yacht. Anyways, that's a whole other story right there. I got going on. That's not important, guys. We got to check out the Prime Minister's press conference as a result of the meeting that he went to. The 44th communique heads of government thing right there. But anyways, guys, let's get into the vibrations, because this is going to be a long one. I'm not going to be posting the full thing.
Special recognition to the Acting Chief of Police, Mr. Corbett, and the rank and file of the Police Force of Dominica for their proactive and engaging efforts throughout the carnival season. Okay. They have done well, and they really want to commend. I also want to commend and thank all the carnival patrons.
Okay, carnival, all right.
That of the police of the islands which operate the CBI programs with officials of the U.S. Treasury Department. That meeting took place in St. Kitts. In attendance were Miss Anna Morris, the Deputy Assistant Secretary of the U.S. Department of Treasury, and other officers of the Treasury and State Departments of the United States government. Also in attendance were the Governor of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, Mr. Timothy Antoine, and the Director General of the OECS, Dr. Didicus Jules. As I have previously indicated, we are grateful for and welcome the support of the U.S. government in our efforts to strengthen and protect our CBI programs. In my view, it was a fruitful and useful engagement, which puts us in a good place to continue to address the concerns surrounding the CBI with a view to strengthening and sustaining our respective programs.
Now, Mr. Prime Minister, I understand what you're saying, and you indicated that the US seems to be for the CBI program. I'm guessing I'm not really sure that whole agenda right there. But if I recollect properly, I realized that the United States, even though people obtain our passports, they still need to obtain a visa to enter into the United States. So that is not really an issue for the United States if they're supporting it or not. Because whether people who get our passports from Pakistan or wherever, they get our passports, for them to enter into the United States, they also need visas. So they also have to end up going into the embassy, and the embassy then has to approve. The United States is not the issue here. It is places like the EU, UK, United Kingdom, these places who are stating that we should not use their visa-free waiver in obtaining the passports as a measure of a talking point to sell the passports. That is they that have the problem, because when you obtain a Dominican passport, you don't need a visa to go to the UK. They are the ones who pretty much have the issue. So you saying that the United States is, saying, okay, it's fine, and, they are supporting us and whatnot, doesn't really have much relevance to those who it can actually affect. So it's not on those that have visa requirements. It's those who are visa free who get visa free what's the word I'm looking for? Visa free travel, visa free access to the United Kingdom and other places. So the United States doesn't have that problem because you have to get a visa.
I've always been upfront on this. The CBI program is important to all our small economies and is widely used to fund key infrastructural projects. And
no, it shouldn't be, because we have agriculture as well. Agriculture is the backbone of the economy. We create things from invisible. In other words, nature is providing for us, and we sell what nature has provided. The fruits and the factories. These are the stuff that I think we should build, because the CBI program is clear. It's not going to be sustainable in the near future. Especially with when the UK and the EU, them are cracking down on these things. Not the United States. The UK and the EU are cracking down on these things, saying, hey, this is a problem for us.
Programs in education and housing and health, as well as the productive sectors, agriculture, tourism, small business development, manufacturing, and even now with the construction of the international airport. We will continue to do what needs to be done to maintain our program's integrity and to ensure its survival.
I understand that point there, but I think we should more stress on agriculture, and as a result of the agriculture, remember when you make the CBI passports funds and whatnot, the CBI funds are you guys handling that money. You guys are handling that money, and then you say, okay, let me trickle some into Dominica. Let me spill some over into Dominica. Who knows the amount of money being made there that you guys are keeping overseas? However, if you focus on agriculture, which is Dominica's basin for economic development, which of course will include the cannabis industry, which will of course include bananas, if you don't want to say bananas, dashing, a number of things that the other Caribbean islands are doing, and even with the other produce that we can actually sell to go out there. So Dominica has that sustainability in agriculture, but why aren't we using it? That's one of the questions I would have asked.
As a grouping, the heads in collaboration of the U.S. Treasury Department will issue a communique shortly so that the public is informed of the outcome of the meeting. There are some 6 points which we discussed, and I'm not at liberty now to highlight those 6 points. As I said, a communique will be issued this week.
I know the 6 points. One of them has to do with food sustainability in the Caribbean. Another one has to do with climate change. Another one has to do with sanctions. I think sanctions on Cuba. And I think they try to rope in Venezuela into that as well. So there's a number of these things. Technology. So these 3 things I know for sure were on the agenda when he's talking about them right there. So I have a little background in there. Let's continue.
Between ourselves and the U.S. But they're not points that we have any real concerns over. And I really want to place on public record my personal appreciation to the U.S. government in its constructive engagement of us in the CBI program.
Back to this again. U.S. requires visa. So the US would not have an issue, and you can obtain all the passports you want, sell all over the world. But if you don't have a visa, you cannot enter. So the United States would.
U.S. Department of Treasury to come into Dominica.
Furthermore, ask him what exactly did United States state why you are so happy that they are on board. What did they say that made you think that they were with the program, right there with the CBI program? You say they are on board with it. What exactly did they say? Okay, I like this and I don't like this. What did they say?
And to do their own examination of our CBI program. Are we doing things right? Are we doing things wrong?
I just said that. what did they say? What they like? What you guys? What Dominica is doing right? What did they say Dominica doing wrong? What exactly did they say?
Yourself, make some determination, and I believe that they came out with a very good appreciation of how the CBI program is operating, and were full of good praise for the program. But there's some areas
so
that they believe that we can strengthen.
Maybe that's what because I know that a lot of criminals obtain Dominican passports as a result of the CBI program, and some even obtain diplomatic passports. So if maybe US were blind, they didn't see that part. They didn't do their due diligence in that regard. If they just they were like, but then you mentioned, some parts you need to work on. Maybe that's where you're referencing that part right there.
And this is where some of the recommendations are. And before the end of this week, we'll certainly indicate where we stand on those recommendations from the US.
But what are the recommendations from the EU, those who are actually getting affected? That's my point.
But clearly, this is the kind of engagement that we have been asking for. And we're now receiving it. And
another thing in the attendance with the Bahamas, when you guys went to Bahamas from the 15th to the 17th of February, there was a heads of government meeting and what have you, and you guys, the what's his name, Justin Trudeau was there. Did Dominica make any affiliations to have a visa waiver, so that Dominicans can travel back and forth like they are doing to the UK, Europe? Was there any sort of mention in this regard?
I really want to commend the Joe Biden administration, and in particular the people at the Treasury Department for the kind of engagement they've been having. I'm very grateful to them. All of us who have CBI programs. I held a series of meetings with bilateral partners, including the United States of America, Japan, the People's Republic of China, South Korea, among others. And of course, we discussed matters of mutual interest to these countries and to Dominica, and to examine our bilateral cooperation, but also looking at multilateral issues that are confronting the world today.
But what exactly has been or will be implemented in Dominica? You're saying you're looking at a lot of things, and this is not the first time I'm hearing you saying certain things like this. What exactly are you looking into? What are you planning to implement in Dominica? We are looking into this. Okay, fine. Are you gonna say at a later date that you're gonna be implementing certain things? What exactly is the actionability factor of you attending that meeting? Or are you just gonna say, oh, they said this and we are looking into that, and then just leave it as this, leave it as that? Come on.
I also joined my OECS counterparts to discuss investment and financing opportunities. Heads held discussions with the new
That's what I was talking about, the
Secretary General of the World Trade Organization, Dr. Ngozi, and another meeting was held with the president of the Afri-Exim Bank, Professor Professor Orama. And I want to say to the Dominicans that we have, in fact, as you know, signed the agreement to establish the bank in the region. And I'm hoping by the end of this week, Dominica would have finalized all the necessary documentation to be full members of this bank.
So is a bank coming to Dominica? That's what he's saying?
So that if we would like to access funding from those banks, we're in a position legally to do so. So I'm hoping that the cabinet will finalize those arrangements before the end of this week. On the issue of the international airport, work on the international airport is about to begin in earnest.
In earnest.
Work on the international airport is about to begin in earnest.
In earnest. Honesty. Earnestly.
When I talk about work, I'm talking about actual physical work. of movement. As previously indicated, the contractor, CR5, has been mobilizing to begin construction. This is an ongoing process. And this week, the heavy equipment for the construction of the airport is expected to arrive. The former public works site is being prepared as a staging ground for the equipment. One can well appreciate that a project of this magnitude will require a large quantity of equipment, which is not readily available in Dominica at the moment.
So why did we bring down a set of trucks, even though we knew that there were individuals with trucks in Dominica? I understand individuals are making a statement saying, what if the trucks break down and so forth? Okay, so will the Dominicans be operating the trucks that are in Dominica? Remember the white trucks that they brought down? I remember the Dominican strong trucks. Anyways, let me continue.
We simply do not have the capacity. However, I wish to make it fundamentally clear that this does not preclude the engagement of local contractors and owners of heavy equipment who will have access to jobs during the life of this project.
Okay.
In fact, during the preparatory phases, which included the construction of over 30 homes to relocate...
Guys, my battery just died there. Let's continue.
...residents to the new Joe Burton development, the clearing of portions of the site, and also the construction of offices and the construction of the lab were all done by local people, utilizing the talent and the skills and also the local equipment. And of course, one can appreciate the fact that the economy benefited in several ways, including...
How did the economy benefit in several ways?
In the purchase of materials from local suppliers.
Okay, so I guess the government paid, local individuals. I had seen something. Let me see if I can find it for you guys in the indication of the job stuff. Hold on. So guys, my battery just died there, so I had to switch to my phone. But this is what I'm talking about right there, guys. We are hiring right there, and of course, I sent this out to a number of individuals, but these are what they're asking for: operators, truck drivers, surveyors, lab technician, site engineers, office assistant, electricians, welders, carpenters, masons, steel fixers, mechanic, and general laborers. Right, all applicants must be above the age or between 25 and 45 years old, including professionals of up to 15 years. So I'm guessing the professional individuals will have to be, can go up to 50 years and so forth. All applicants must be able to work independent. Right there. So if you want to send, that's one of the things I like about this computer. You can literally copy and paste from pictures. Get yourself a Mac, brothers and sisters. But of course, full-time 40 to 48 hours per week, 1 month to 3 months per agreement, probation, and then I guess you get into the thing. It's gonna take a number of years to build this international airport. Like I said, I'm not believing an international airport until I touch it. I have to literally touch it myself. Yes, anyways, guys, let's continue. Oh no, there's other information I have to mention right there, brothers and sisters. There's also an indication that they are planning to bring some professional Chinese individuals down. Requests for waiver of visa entry requirements for third batch of resident employees. Of course, I think they're trying to bring down 58 people to execute the construction of the project. The third batch of 58. So I'm guessing that this is they're gonna bring another set of individuals to help build the airport. 58 individuals right there will leave for Dominica on that was about 5 days ago, mainly including management, personnel, and machinery operators, blah blah blah. Doesn't Dominica have the skill set? I know might not have the hundreds of thousands of people, but we should be able to have a few who can handle these things. No, I'm just saying, brothers and sisters. Anyways, guys, these are the individuals right there. The 58 individuals coming. Yep. Project managers, different type of managers, chief engineers, grid operators, bulldozer operators. But we have bulldozer operators in Dominica. Maybe they will get a gig here and there as well. Hopefully, these are the others as well. So dump truck drivers, we have dump truck drivers in Dominica. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Let me know your thoughts. Anyways, guys, let's move along right there before my time is up.
Similarly, because of the size of the international airport project, you will see a number of workers coming into Dominica
I just showed
as
that.
the construction phase gets underway. This is not unusual or irregular.
I agree it's not unusual or irregular, but I think when you give the precedence to people overseas than in Dominica, and knowing that Dominica may not have hundreds of thousands of individuals, but they definitely have the skill set to fulfill this. Truck operators, come on, there's a number of truck operators that can definitely get that gig in Dominica. So hopefully they get the job, you know, as indicated here. Truck drivers, operators, so hopefully they can definitely get a gig or two inside there. Anyways, let's continue.
And it is certainly no cause for controversy. I assure you that there will be employment opportunities for Dominicans who wish to apply for the jobs which are opening up today.
Hopefully.
As a matter of fact, there are several residents of Woodfordale and Wesley who have been engaged on this side.
I remember when it started, they were making noise saying that they did not get the jobs. They were making noise saying, hey, you bringing in other people and you're not hiring us. Especially when it comes to other projects. Maybe the Prime Minister had a change of heart decision. Maybe he's deciding to do things a bit different for his last term. Oh, let me include the local people this time, you know, in the jobs and stuff. Maybe that's what he's doing in that regard. And I'm all for it. But I just think it should have happened from the very get-go. You know, the get-go. But of course, we'll see as time goes by.
Many of them have left the National Employment Program and move away from to the airport project, and there'll be a significant more.
As they should. I mean, there's more money there. Why would I stay in NEP? That doesn't make any sense.
Who will be employed from across the country. The advertisement from CR5 is up and has been posted in communities operators of heavy machinery. I encourage all of you to avail yourselves of these job opportunities.
I just showed it a while ago.
Events you have seen are positive indications that the airport project is ticking off, and that we will begin to see increased economic activity centered in the northeast of the island, and indeed the entire country.
Remember, Mr. Prime Minister, he said that the airport would have been finished. I assure you that the airport would be finished in 2025. 2019 passed, things happening again. You said 2026, and it seems like that might be pushed back again to probably 2027. This is why I don't know if he stated it there, but let's continue.
So for those who say that the airport will not happen, it is unfolding.
We don't know that. We still don't know that. I tell you, I can see all kind of it might be building for Chinese to come and stay in Wesley. Who knows? Hey, next thing is oops, we build the wrong thing, man. I don't know. I have to touch the airport. This hand, brothers and sisters, this hand has been anointed. So I have to touch the airport. I have to touch the tarmac. For me to believe the airport is real. Because we right now should be building space station right now, the Amonto airport that we will promise that was going to be built. Anyways, let's continue.
God's grace, the airport will be built in the Commonwealth of Dominica. He has advised, I can report to you that he has advised
Who's that?
of electoral reform.
Okay.
As you know, I have met with Sir Dennis Byron, and I can report to you that he has advised. I met with Sir Dennis Byron, and he has advised that the final report will be presented on March 25th, 2023. So we look forward to the final report on electoral modernization from Sir Dennis Byron on March 25th, 2023. We have also gotten approvals from the Organization of American States and the Commonwealth Secretariat for technical support. Election experts will be sent to Dominica to assist with the public consultations before taking the bills to Parliament.
Thank you. Public consultation is key. Yes, sir. All right, let's go.
In fact, myself and the Minister of Foreign Affairs met with the OAS Secretary General on the margins of the CARICOM meetings, and he has indicated he's waiting on us to give them the precise dates when they would send the
team,
the expert to Dominica, and so is the Secretary General of the Commonwealth waiting on the precise dates. Continue to be as transparent as it has always been. Ensure that the process will continue to be as transparent as it has always been.
You can lie to you can lie to it has never been always transparent, sir. Especially when we see the 7 how much planes are in the airport during election time, and normally 7 plane in the airport. Oh, we're not doing nothing, man. Nothing happened. Just like when Choxy plane reached Dominica, and all of us, we didn't know nothing about it. Oh, we don't know nothing about that. But he end up in jail coming. Man say he kidnapped and he end up in jail, and plane from India come for him. Okay. We don't know nothing about that either.
And we'll see it through to the end. The issue of embarkation and disembarkation cards. With effect from March 6,
Passport
2023, holders of Dominican passports will not be required to fill out the embarkation and disembarkation forms.
Thank
Thank
God. Now you talking, man. Of course.
Current forms and
ridiculous foolishness. I put wrong information on that. I just give this people. Sorry, I thought there's not wrong information. There's sometimes by people posting the thing in the wrong. I just don't care. I put the thing. Some of these people know me. They don't even bother. Anyways, yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all. I check it in. They must have listened to me because when I came back, Dominica, I said, we still doing that now, really? We still doing that? No, in the Caribbean doing that. We still doing that. Well, Dominican Republic doing it, but they doing online. St. Kitts doing one online. Dominica, yeah, same thing. They doing next stop online, so you have to full on no paper and this kind of craziness. That don't make no sense.
It's the gremlins, we consider them, that Dominican citizens have to fill out, and sometimes require us to tell us what's our home address.
Yeah.
And which country issued our passport, and our name when the name is already on the passport.
We get the point.
Advanced passenger information system. It gives
no
longer required to be filled. But
Thank you.
Not be required to sometimes fill it out.
Okay.
The immigration section, and also the be introducing this new form for visitors to our country.
Guys, oh my God!
It has the point.
Guys, I'm almost out of time, man.
For several years, and I would sincerely wish that the Dominican public joins me in this, and it is something that concerns me profoundly, and that is with regards to the health of our citizens, especially where
KFC
chronic diseases are concerned, diabetes and hypertension. This is a major threat to our survival.
I remember, I'll just leave it right there. I remember I was talking about, there are people in Carnival who dress up in kind of, said they're unhealthy, they're unhealthy, but they dressed up in some kind of scantily thing, and they have nothing on them, and they're showing their fat. And then see people were saying in the group, but there's no gyms and stuff. While the government do put gyms and stuff, maybe that's something the government can do, because there's very few gyms. Who can afford gyms now? Who can afford to make gyms now? Anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts in this regard. Leave your thoughts in the comment box below, guys. This is pretty much all about for this Mystelics Reacts. I'll post this link in the description below, and I'll see you guys in the next reaction video as I'm about to run out of time. Give this video a thumbs up, guys. Boom, bam.